One of my favorite hymns growing up was entitled Great is Thy Faithfulness. It was written by Thomas Chisholm about 1923, but it expressed amazing truths based from Lamentations chapter 3, and it reflected his faithfulness and his steadfast love, his goodness that endures forever. It leads us day by day and moment by moment. One reason why that hymn was so important to me was particularly in my early years in ministry. We had just moved to my first place of ministry in Roseburg, Oregon, and there I served as a youth pastor and also did things with Christian education, and then eventually ended up doing some music. But it was about 6 months after we arrived there that the senior pastor had a heart attack, and this very green young pastor was then overloaded with many responsibilities that I wasn't sure I was really ready for. It was often during those times when I was feeling a bit overwhelmed, I'd go into the worship center and just play this hymn. Great is thy faithfulness, O God my Father. There's no shadow or of turning with thee. All I have needed, your hand has provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. And I just knew that day by day, I could lean on and rely on the Father, his steadfast love, his goodness. And I knew that he would carry me through. Another expression, another stanza of that hymn reflects many of the great gifts that we enjoy from the hand of our Father. There's pardon for sin, and there's a peace that endures. Thine own dear presence to cheer and to guide, strength for today, and bright hope for tomorrow, blessings all mine with 10,000 beside. There is so much and an abundance of the goodness of God that comes to us. And so as we depend upon him, as we know him, his faithfulness is there to see us through. So no matter what you might be going through, know that the Lord is with you. He loves you, and his goodness and his grace and his strength, his forgiveness, his peace is available simply for the asking, simply for turning our gaze upon him and what he has done for us. And to publicly acknowledge those things is what it means to give thanks, to publicly acknowledge the great things God has done for us. Those are the way we give him thanks, we give him praise, we bless his name. Another song written in the 80s by Twyla Paris is called You Have Been Good, You Have Been Faithful to All Generations. And that's who our God is for us. Faithful, for by his hand we have been fed, and by his spirit we have been led. And so he leads us, he guides us, he provides the things that we need. And then more recently, a song by Brian and Jen Johnson is The Goodness of God. All my life you have been faithful. All my life you've been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, I will sing the goodness of God. So may you experience God's goodness in abundant measure today. May you reflect, and even as you listen to the medley that accompanies this video itself, may you just rejoice to know God is there for you today. God bless.